Hi there. This is going to be a guided, immersive story experience on helping you live a life of balancing what is with what could be. And from that place, taking you all the way into flow consciousness and into a new vision of the earth that's possible. So, what you're seeing right now in the screen is the secret structure of the world's greatest speeches, including the I Have a Dream speech by Martin Luther King Jr., as well as Steve Jobs' announcement of the iPhone. So here's how you do this. It starts with being real about what is, right? Being real about the problem or the cause. We don't put our heads in the sand. We don't think only positive. We don't just say affirmations. No, we're real about the real shitty problems in the world. Then we use the very emotions that we're feeling right now, whether negative or positive, to access our inner wisdom and creative genius to come up with the solution, our vision of the new world, our vision of that more beautiful world that our hearts know deep down is possible, right? And then we express that. And then we talk about what is again, and then we express what could be, what is, and then we talk about the new bliss, the new vision of the new world, and the call to action at the end. So this is also a great way to live life, right? We're real about what is, we allow what is, and we emphasize more what could be, right? And this is what takes us from our current evolution of what's known as reflective consciousness into oceanic consciousness and all the way into flow consciousness. So reflective consciousness is when you know that you know. You can not only know, you can know that you know. You can turn the miracle of knowing. You can turn our ability to know and turn it around, double back upon itself, and reflect on the miracle of knowing itself. You can pay attention to how you're paying attention. This is known as reflective consciousness. And then the next stage of awakening is oceanic consciousness, where that thing between the observer and the observed, that gap becomes smaller and smaller and smaller until you just merge with the oceanic observer. And you become the ocean. The ocean becomes you. There's a direct union with the truth of what you are. And from that place, we can move into flow consciousness. The best way to describe flow consciousness is when you're riding a bicycle. If you bike too fast, the wind is coming in your face. If you bike too slow, then the wind is at your back. But there is a place right in between where there's total silence, total flow, where the wind is neither in your face nor in your back, and there's a total silence flow. This is flow consciousness, and this is where humanity is heading. So let me show you the other slides right now. Oh, here we go. So we're talking about double wisdom, right? And there are 7 stages of double wisdom that humanity has been through. And right now, we're right at the observing consciousness, right? We can know that we know. And from there, we can go into the bonding era of compassionate consciousness. When we get into that oceanic awakening, we move into the bonding era. We're about to go there right now, right? We're still in between observing consciousness and compassionate consciousness as a collective. where when we get into flow consciousness, we can surpass ourselves and then create a wisdom civilization. So that's what this video is going to be about. What the guided immersive story that you're about to experience right now is more than a guided meditation. It's a completely new technology that you're about to experience in this video, which I will show you right now. Before I show you that, I want to show you this screen. All right, so how do we create this new world of flow consciousness, right? There are many ways, but I want to focus right here on visualizing more sustainable ways of living. I want to read you a passage from this book, Promise Ahead. This is so brilliant. I want to repeat what I consider to be a staggering statistics. The average American watches roughly 25,000 television commercials a year. Most are advertisements for a consumer's way of life, as much as they are pitches for particular products. What difference would it make to our collective psyche if there were counterbalancing messages in favor of a more sustainable and compassionate world? What if the culture of consumption found itself side by side on television with the culture of consciousness that values simplicity and sustainability? My sense is that high-quality alternative programming, such as 30-second Earth Visions and weekly hour-long viewer feedback forums, would awaken public interest in seeing alternative approaches to living and consuming. This highly public feedback process involving local viewers would be far more effective in bringing about meaningful change than the cumbersome process of passing laws or involving remote regulatory agencies. Without passing a law and breathtaking speed, an entire nation and ultimately the entire world could begin reconsidering the levels and patterns of consumption that we value. And that is so key to how we can change the world. So that has inspired me to invent something completely new, a completely unique form of guided meditation that I call a guided immersive story and flow experience, where you're not just reading a story or watching it, you're at the center of the story, okay? And the story is a story of the new world where the very structure of the story is very different. Here's the thing. The way this world is made out of, it's made out of games and stories. And a lot of games are based on winning and losing. And a lot of stories are conflict driven. That's how they engage our mind to keep reading, to keep consuming. But what if we can create a completely new kind of plot, a new kind of story that engages our hearts, right? That engages our bodies, that engages our souls, that engages our true self, right? And most importantly, that engages our infinite creativity that we are, our creative genius, So that's what we're going to move into in this video. So close your eyes right now. Become aware of the thoughts in your brain and the feelings arising. And then let go of that, unhook from your thoughts in the brain, and drop down your awareness into your neck, into your heart. And when you reach the heart, become aware of your heart and allow the natural love and gratitude that arises from knowing that your heart has been pumping thousands of miles of blood all of your life. And then let go back into awareness. And then drop your awareness all the way to your belly. And then all the way into your pelvis and your butt. And notice that you're aware that you're sitting down here and not in some cafe in Paris. You're aware that you're sitting down in this very room. And then drop your awareness all the way to your thighs, your knees, your legs, and your feet and your toes, becoming directly aware of your toes. And notice that you can now become aware of your entire body, not just your toes. So become aware of your entire body. And then become aware of the space in front of you. And notice that even with your eyes closed, you can become aware of the space in front of you. And you're aware that you're aware. And now become aware of the space all around you, the front of you, your right, behind you, your left, above you, and below you. And then allow this awareness to expand further out all the way into the edges of your room or the space you're in. And then ask yourself, what is the outside of me, the being? And you may find that there is no outside. You can just keep going. And then ask yourself, what am I really? And then get a sense of yourself. Intend to have a direct union with yourself. And surrender to that direct union. Open up to that direct union and let go. Now let go of the need to do anything and just rest. Join the light of truthful rest and let go into the freedom of being. Just be here now and just completely let go. There's no need for you to do anything anymore. You just are. And now you suddenly remember this story from your life, or maybe a past life, of you talking on the phone with the woman or the man that you've been dating. And just before you got off the phone, he or she said, I'll dream about you tonight, okay? And then that very night, you had the most powerful, beautiful dream of your life. And you are in this dream right now. You see in front of you a big, giant, open, infinite book made of light. And right above that book is a circle of women sending down rays of light into the book. And at first, you're just observing all this. And you know immediately that this book represents your life purpose, all of your projects, and even your Akashic records. And now, go ahead and merge with the book. Allow your body to become solid, liquid, gel, and then light. Your body is now pure light and this one with this infinite book. And allow this amazing joy and peace and bliss and freedom to arise in you, the freedom of being infinite light. Ask yourself, what am I really? And allow the light to directly unite with you, becoming this oceanic consciousness. Allow the light to energize you. And now waking up from this dream, you become aware of all of your projects. You become aware of the problems of the world. And you become aware of your vision of that better world and your role in this, your vision of that more beautiful world. You look at all of your projects, your relationships, and you give it light. You allow light to flow through your heart and give all of your projects, everything in your life, a light treatment. Your entire life is filled with light now, every aspect of your life, your health, your bank account, your creativity, your paintings, your songs, your inventions, your business, your clients, your customers, your friends, your family. Everything is filled with light, and you have so much energy now. Ask God or the divine, that ocean of infinite love and freedom and creativity. What would you like from me? What shape do you want me to take through me and as me? How do you want to live as me? You do not need to pray to God. God is praying that you let God through your sacred yes. So say yes. Say yes to the beauty, to the infinite creativity, to the pure possibility, to freedom, to love. Say yes. And ask yourself, what is the new story that I want to create in the new game? And as you ask yourself this question, you are suddenly taken to another event in your life that you're experiencing now, a future memory. You see a bunch of people being really creative and freely expressed, like piling up a bunch of pillows and putting them in a cone shape and jumping across them and pretending that the cone of pillows are a volcano. And they're just jumping across this mountain, this volcano, and they're just laughing and so happy. And you're not only observing this, now you're sitting in front of a woman and she's sitting behind you and giving you a massage. And as she gives you a massage, you feel so happy and so inspired that you start lifting up your arms up and down, your elbows and your shoulders up and down. And suddenly she makes a joke. She says, if we keep doing this, you just might fly. So you ride that wave of inspiration and you make that movement even more pronounced. And then in perfect synchronistic, synergistic timing, you know exactly what to do. You just stand up and spread your arms wide, really wide. And in perfect synergistic, synchronistic timing, now another person comes forward and lifts you up round and round the room. So you actually got to fly. And you just created a beautiful story for yourself that you can tell your friend.